With regard to Jesus being a quality of God that descended and became God in the flesh, this same God that you mentioned with your reasoning, we should reject the Bible also. Because in the Old Testament, and I will go on to the verses in the New Testament which mention killing also, it's not without any wonder that you have soldiers of Christ here. Since when did Jesus have soldiers? Here you have, for instance, 1 Samuel 15, you have where Samuel is commanded, what he said, Samuel said to Saul, I am the one, this is divine revelation, I am the one, the Lord. This is the Lord, meaning the same entity that you believe Jesus is an attribute of, sent to anoint you, king over his people Israel. So listen now to the message from the Lord. This is what the Lord Almighty says, I will punish the Amalekites for what they did to Israel. No wonder today we have the IDF carrying out acts today in occupied Palestine. Listen to what type of things the God of the Old Testament, which is the same entity as Christ according to your reasoning, which states, say, I will punish the Amalekites for what they did to Israel when they waylaid them as they came up from Egypt. Now go, attack the Amalekites and totally destroy everything that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. They didn't even spare the donkeys. This is the God of the Old Testament. So by your reasoning and logic, we should totally discard the Old Testament first. But by logic and reasoning, we should also discard the New Testament, because according to you, Jesus is one of the attributes of God, as the word you use, the person, one of the persons of one being. They are one being, but he is one of the persons. Why didn't Jesus object to the Father and say this is unjust?